going on? What it is? Welcome to KJ's World.
In the unique universe.
And I'm your host, KJ Davenport.
And I'm your girl, uniquely made.
And welcome back to another episode. Everybody make some noise. I just totally screw up that intro because I forgot what the hell I was supposed to be saying.
Yeah, what it is, what it ain't, what's gonna be.
What it's gonna be? Yeah, okay, yeah, but I kind of threw my co-host off. She was like, "Well, that's a little too early."
Yeah, but it's all good. I was with you though.
Back to KJ's World, Unique Universe, and we're back with a new episode. Unique, how you been? How was your week?
Oh man, it's been good. It's been a good week, busy week a little bit, but nonetheless, it was good. I'm happy that it's a little Friday for me. Today is my Friday, so I'm excited about the weekend.
I think it's the Friday for a lot of people around the world. If you on spring break, type in the city, hey, make some noise. Started when I saw.
Yeah, how was your week? I know you're a school teacher and all that good stuff. How are you guys doing? I know you guys got spring break coming up, right?
We made it. Never would have made it.
Ooh, yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, when I saw them cheese wagons leave off their yard,
boy, not the cheese wagons.
Saw them cheese wagons leave off their yard, man. I was like, hey, look, man, hey, see you later.
Right.
We love the kids, though. We love the kids. All right, guys, we got a lot to cover for you tonight. Of course, we're covering part 2 of Taboo Talk. Mm-hmm. Conversations couples should not avoid. We're covering what we did not cover last week. We only have 3 hot topics. We listened to you. We got feedback. And a lot of that feedback was, look, hurry your ass up through them daggone hot topics and get to the real deal.
Pretty much. Okay.
We're going to get through the hot topics. We're going to give you 10 minutes of hot topics, and then we're getting right to it. Facebook user, hey, y'all. Hey, what's going on, Drina?
What's going on?
We want to introduce our guest for the day. Once again, my man Kane in the building. Kane, what's going on with you, brother?
What up?
What's good?
Hey, man, how you doing?
I'm doing well, man.
Welcome back.
Yes. Definitely a blessing to have you on, man. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Like
so
Mace.
And we also have Miss Smith in the building, everybody. Hey, Miss Smith. How you doing?
Hello, Smith.
Welcome back. It's always wonderful to have you guys on.
Yes. Welcome.
Hey, yeah. So what we're going to do, first of all, if you are not logged in from KJ's World Unique Universe, or you're not logged in through YouTube, I need you to log out and log on to one of those platforms. The reason being is because we cannot see your comments if you are logged on through my personal page, Unique's personal page. We can see comments from KJ's World Unique Universe social group, and that link is in the description of the post that I put up. Or you can go to YouTube, find us KJ's World Unique Universe on YouTube, and you can join from there and join in on the conversation. We love to see your comments. We love the feedback. We love to see you interacting with us. So come in and have a good time.
All right, sounds good.
All right, so Unique, starting off, what you got?
Got these hot topics today. Whoa, there's some good ones. It's been a pretty chill week-ish, kind of, sort of. But first, I think we're gonna do what Marcus Houston.
So with Marcus Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Vibe.com.
Marcus
Houston has opened up about his marriage to Maya Dickey as their relationship made headlines when the couple tied the knot in 2020 after it was revealed that they met when Dickey was 17 years old. That makes her 20 years younger than the former immature crooner. Houston, now 41, discusses meeting Maya and bonding with the young woman over their shared faith and promotional clip for his upcoming episode of TV One's Uncensored. Mm-hmm. He added that neither of them pursued a relationship or felt the connection until she turned 18. Okay, well, they've been married for quite some time, but I mean, he's just recently opened up about that. The young lady was underage when they met.
Yeah.
He waited.
She was immature when they first met.
How do you feel about somebody marrying somebody so young? Oh, look at Kane's face. Oh, here we go.
I mean, I can't say if they're I don't do that young stuff. That's not cool in my book, And
pedophile.
More disturbing was the fact that she was 17, when they first started talking, and he said they didn't talk again until she was of age. We weren't there, but it's kind of hard to believe that you disconnected And then y'all started back talking when she was of age. But yeah, I'm not
Mm,
down with that.
Okay.
I
At
mm.
hear
home, you
you.
want to
I
see your
wish
comments?
a woman would come to my 17-year-old. It's like, oh yeah, I like him. Da 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 da. And we gonna stop. Hey, I'm gonna beat her ass every chance I get.
At home,
You
we
gonna
love to
like
see
this at
your
the end
comments.
of this shotgun.
Love to see
That's what you're
we
gonna
love to
like.
see your thoughts. Come on, chime in, chime in. Um, Miss Smith, you have any thoughts on it?
You can see it in her face. It's written all over your face.
Look,
So is.
they like them young and they like them pretty nowadays, but
Mhm.
that just that don't sit right with me. That's still
Yeah,
no,
for
no,
sure.
no. It's too many beautiful older women his age that he could have easily connected with. But I
Right.
think the thing with age nowadays, because I'm gonna be honest, I love my men older,
Mm-hmm.
All
as
right.
you can see.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
shut that,
You know what it
that little
is.
talk
You know what
about.
it is. You
Even
know what it
even
is.
Crazy, man.
even when I was
I'm
younger
gonna do
and
the KJ.
I dated someone that might have been like even a year, 2 years, or 3 years younger than me, I still felt funny. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
You felt
I
like
think
their
a
mama.
lot
That's
of
what you felt like.
relationships too is the reason why they go for, the younger ones, that's like because they haven't really developed mentally, and so they're
Mm-hmm.
easy to persuade, they're easy to control, and I think I mean, just none of that don't sit right with me. It's the reason
Right.
behind that.
Yeah.
It is what it
Um,
is, and it's not a good reason.
I,
Gotcha.
me personally, now while it's not illegal, 18 is the legal age. And they did wait to the legal age, so nobody is claiming foul play or anything like that. But what I am saying is this: for me personally, it's just not about that legal. 18 for me is still too young
Yeah.
because I'm looking for conversation. I'm looking for somebody who's equally on the same level of intellect with me. Now, I'm not saying there's
Mm-hmm.
not brilliant 18-year-olds, but if you have a conversation with an 18-year-old most of the time, it's a whole different world of what we're thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine asking, hey, so what are your plans? I'm gonna go get these cherry reds, son. I mean, don't get me wrong,
And
I
that's true.
love shoes too. But if that's the goal for the near future, I'm gonna get them cherry reds, yo. You know what I mean?
And that's their goal. That you gotta. That's where they are.
I mean, it's a whole
Mm-hmm.
different conversation, and I think it's just a little bit too young for me. If I was not
Right.
married, my cutoff age would probably be something around. I'm a Lord willing, I'll be 39 in a month, a little bit over a month. My cutoff age would be 34, probably.
Okay. I can see that. That's not
That's
bad. Yeah.
the mature age around me who can meet me where I am.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once again, there's nothing illegal about dating an 18-year-old, but to me, what are we gonna talk about? You know, NFL young boy or whatever his name, he got a concert coming out. Ah, hell,
NFL young boy. You know what?
NFL young
Yeah,
boy, I want
we
to see him.
we
You
see that prime
crazy.
example.
You know
Right.
what I mean? I'm like, yo, Meth and Mary gonna be in Raleigh. Who? The Gucci?
Who?
Who? I mean, it's just weird.
Right. I understand.
All
Yeah.
right,
What's next?
moving on, guys. Moving on. Moving on. All right, we got
Darn pedophiles.
Rosa Parks.
Oh Lord. Why Rose in the back of the bus?
Move to the y'all don't know that one. Oh my gosh.
What'd you say? I didn't hear you.
Hush there.
Outcast.
Everybody moved to the back of the bus.
Now, this
Yeah.
has been
Met a
circulating.
gypsy and she hit me to some hot game to stimulate
Hey,
and activate the left and right brain. I
baby.
don't know nothing about that stuff though, you
Okay.
know.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know how I feel about Rosa being at the back. It's
Right.
honoring Rosa
Some-
Parks. They could
Somebody
have.
trying to be funny. Somebody trying to be damn funny.
I agree.
It's-
I don't
I
like it.
mean, I don't know if because I seen it circulating on social media or whatever and everything. So they want to put her on the back of the bus. I mean, they say honoring Rose on the back of the damn.
Honoring Rosa.
Somebody knew what the hell they was doing. Put her. I'm like,
I'm
oh,
sure they
on the
did.
back of the bus,
They
really?
definitely did. I don't like it. I don't
Mm.
like it. Mm-mm.
At home, what do you think
They
about
could
that,
have at
guys?
least
In
put
the
her on
comments,
the side, close to
hey,
the
what's your
front.
thoughts?
People are funny. That's all I'm about to
Rude.
say.
Right. That's rude.
Okay, Kane, what you think, man?
What?
About about putting Rosa Parks on the back of the bus?
I tell you what. Let's see. I got two feelings on it. Let's take one of those make the same banner to go on the back of the bus, but let's replace that with like the Twin Towers and some planes. And then had a headline called 9/11.
Mm,
Hmm.
mm. That's a
You
that's a
know,
deep,
I,
but
I want to see what people's thoughts will be after that happens.
Right, right, right. It's
no,
just it's the back of the bus, boy. Like, why they had to put it in the back?
right. I think
I
They
mean,
Well,
trying
look,
to
I,
remind her of
on the
where she
side to the front,
belongs. That's what they
and
doing.
not
They
put it
trying to
right there at
remind her
all.
about where she belongs.
Pretty
right.
much,
we
but
shouldn't
no,
have never let we shouldn't have never let you little niggly cats come from the back of the bus. That's their way of putting us back. That's what that is.
nigla cats. You know what?
Niggly cats. Yep.
Yeah, crazy. All
Definitely
right,
says bad taste.
bad taste.
You definitely
I
Yeah.
agree.
you took somebody who had such a pivotal stance
Yeah,
us, and it was about being at the back of the bus. It was about her stance. It was about being
hmm,
tired and being treated equally, and then to take that woman's image and to take that essence and put it right back where she was trying to fight and put it there. It's just like a slap in the face to black people. Like if somebody said,
absolutely.
okay, and what,
Right.
you'll always be
And I want to know who signed off on that shit. That's crazy. That's that.
um, all right, guys. But
Whew.
keeping it going, keeping it moving.
All
We
right,
got
let's
your
go.
homegirl, Angel Reese. Angel
Angel
Reese.
Reese.
Oh
Um,
boy.
Can't see
according
me.
to Newsweek, University of Iowa forward Caitlin Clark has spoken out on the criticism in her recent championship opponent, Louisiana State University forward Angel Reese, received for a hand gesture she displayed during Sunday's Women NCAA basketball tournament. LSU defeated Iowa in a highly anticipated game, which saw two of the collegiate league star players in Clark and Reese face off. One moment from late in the game, however, dominated the conversation in the aftermath of the game. Reese flashing and waving a hand gesture popularized by professional wrestler John Cena towards Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin Clark came up and she said, I don't think Angel should be criticized at all. No matter what way it goes, she should never be criticized for what she did. I compete, she competed. What I want to say off the bat is I commend Caitlin Clark for what she did, what she said. They're competitors.
Oh, and how she played.
Right.
Good
Of
God.
course.
Yeah.
Angel
That
Reese
girl's the next Steph Curry. Good gracious.
and Angel Reese is
Definitely.
amazing player. Caitlin Clark is an amazing player. And Caitlin came out. Hey, look, she's a
Yeah,
competitor.
she is.
Caitlin Clark was doing the hand gesture. Hey, they're competitors. They want rings. They go out there and do. That's what makes the game fun. Somebody is trying to make
Exactly.
it so it's like it's a library.
And it's a competitive sport. That's what's supposed to happen. You talk trash. You do that. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
I do.
I mean, they used to
Yeah.
put Michael Jordan in a headlock and throw him to the ground and be like, and get up. And what? I mean,
That's why look, that's what I said. Look, y'all, if y'all watch ball during like the 90s, I don't know. Everybody's soft now. Good
Yeah.
gracious.
it's.
They are.
I mean,
Kobe was horrible.
I
Man.
mean, you can't say anything. You can't do anything. I mean, I feel like
You can't
now
even play.
it's
Yep.
just tough. Also finishing up our hot topics, Miss Reese, according to NBC News, Miss Biden, the first lady, Biden congratulated both teams on
Oh,
Monday during
stupid self.
Colorado State at all Micah's in Denver. Biden said the matchup was a great game and a product of the fight for Title IX, which she prohibits discrimination. Oh, excuse me, I'm reading the wrong thing. But anyway, she said, I know we'll
Okay.
have this
Don't
come
you
to the
step
White House.
nothing
I
else.
always do. So we hope
I think he
LSU,
had some more of that wrong.
but I'm going to tell Joe I think Iowa should come too because they played such a good game.
Yeah, she said it was a joke, but
Who said it was a
it
joke?
left her lips.
Well, Angel Reese responded, a joke. Pretty much the first lady was saying, hey, both teams should come. Why not Iowa get to come?
No,
And
I don't agree. I mean, both teams didn't win, so both teams shouldn't be there. That's
Exactly.
how I feel
That's
about
the problem with this country nowadays. We started giving out trophies for second place.
participation trophies.
Who can?
Yeah.
I can't stand it. I'm just
Yeah.
that whole participation trophy thing is I don't know.
I think you got a little extra mad about that one.
Coach was fired up on it. Get fired up.
Yeah, Coach was a little fired up on that one.
I told my best friend, like I got a best friend. We competitors. We play against each other.
Mhm.
we and he's my best friend. But on the court, I'm gonna take it to your ass, dog. We gonna see who's the best. And for
Right.
two people to come together and try to join each other or go for that participation and stuff like that, I'm just not a fan of it.
Yeah, understood. I agree.
All right, so
Mhm.
going into our main topic, guys. Going into
All
our
right. Oh, but wait, before you go to your main topic,
okay.
this is my main topic for tonight. I want to congratulate all of those who were initiated into the D9 family. Congratulations. It's a lot of D9 family members that are celebrating their anniversaries, but a special shout out to Western Wake's inaugural line of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, my line sisters, DSTV, season 1, 26 episodes. We will be celebrating our 6th Delta anniversary on this Sunday, April 9th, and I'm so proud of us, where we've come, where we're going. Happy Delta anniversary to my line sisters. Love you, ladies.
And if
Yeah,
hey, much love, much respect. And if we got
appreciate
any
it.
online, I say online, well, actually on the show, right?
Thank you.
If we yeah, happy Delta anniversary. And if
Thank
we
you. Thank you.
have online right now, which meaning online, meaning on the show, definitely much respect.
I'm crazy.
Also, just to add to that, tomorrow, the Invictus 1911 Foundation for Tau Beta Beta chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated will have our oil spill on Friday. On Friday, tomorrow from 5 to 9 at Weldon Mills. Come out, have a good time. Come kick it with the bros. It's always a good time. Come kick back after work. We just got on spring break. Come fellowship, guys.
All right. Sounds
You
good.
said y'all
Sounds
gonna have
good.
an oil spill?
They spilling the oil there which way? Not the
Yeah,
holy
we
oil
coming
either.
out there. We
I
just
know that's right.
everybody come support Weldon Mills, come support the bros, and we just gonna come out there. We just gonna have a good time. We just gonna
Sounds good.
all right. But get into our main topic taboo talk.
Tap
Topics
it.
people should not avoid. We
Yeah.
left off on some great topics. It was a great conversation. Uh, we were talking about communication styles.
Right.
Communication style vary from one person to another. One person may feel comfortable saying things outright, while another person may try to hold back.
Hmm.
How do we feel about communication in relationships? Is it important?
Absolutely.
About communicating?
Very important. It is. I
Yeah.
think communication, is the verbal and nonverbals as well. But I think if we can't have a conversation about any and everything, then it's kind of piss poor.
Yep.
And I don't mean talking at somebody. Like, don't talk at me. I'm not going to talk at you. Let's have a conversation where we're talking to each other. We're adults. We get mad. Everybody's like, well, hey, honey, well, how was your day today? I was a little pissed off. But at least having a conversation, I think is important.
Right.
Mhm.
At home, how do you feel about communication? We need you to talk. Come in with us. Have a conversation with us. How do we feel about communication? Kane, it's on you. Communication. How do we feel about communication?
I mean, it depends on I don't know. It depends on your type nowadays. I mean, communication is important. I'm just saying because some of these chicks, the only thing they know how to do is holler. Um, but it depends on what works for y'all, I guess.
Okay. All right. So, Miss Smith, what about you?
I need to know if you are the type of person that got anger issues. Like, are you the type of
Yeah.
person that needs to go and cool off for a little while before we
Hmm.
talk? Or are you the type that want to just kind of like go ahead, talk about it, hash it out, and get it done? Because I remember one particular relationship that I was in, and of course, this was with like another female. Um, she was a type where she couldn't cool off. So
Hmm.
she had to be all in your face, all out with it. And I'm like, nah, go sit down, go chill, go
Hmm.
cool off, get yourself together so we can like, definitely talk about this. Um, because if if you don't really I'm gonna explain it this way. When you just jump into bed with somebody and the next
Hmm.
thing you know, there's like something really important that y'all do need to talk about. That communication part, it's
Mhm.
not, it doesn't equate to intimacy.
Right.
Like a lot of people's definition only equates to intimacy when it comes to sex and feeling good and dates and
Mhm.
stuff like that. But when
Right.
it comes to those important conversations, communication is not seen as intimacy. It's
Mhm.
seen as something foreign, like, oh, you're coming at me all of a sudden, or oh, why is it always an issue? So communication is foundational.
Mhm.
Let me
Gotcha.
know how you communicate, just let
Mhm.
that needs to be the foundation. That needs to be one of the forefronts of what a couple needs to talk about, because it's a lot of couples to where I'm sure they want to talk about things, they want to communicate, but they don't know how their partner genuinely um operates when it comes to that particular issue. And
Right.
many are scared to talk to their
Mhm.
significant other or their spouse or whoever they're kicking it with or whatever. They're scared to talk to them about that because they don't know how they're going to react or how they're going to take it,
Mhm.
what's their communication style, you know. And I'm sorry, if you can't communicate,
Mhm.
then there ain't no sex. The sex ain't gonna last long. Y'all could be having sex, but sex ain't gonna last. What happens outside the bedroom is definitely going to impact what happens inside the bedroom. So
That's true.
that's something y'all definitely got to get
I don't know.
together.
That's how some of these chicks get dickmatized though.
It is true. That is true. So we do have a comment that came in. Communication is essential to the success of any relationship, and I think that goes wrong with romantic relationship is that many listen with the intent to respond instead of listening to understand the
Facts,
partner.
Exactly.
I
I think
agree, Shonda.
facts,
I was going to. That's
facts.
exactly what I was going to say. In communication, everybody wants to talk about their talking piece. Nobody wants to talk about the listening piece. That's just as
Yeah.
important, and that's something
Hmm.
that I had to learn.
That's
Um,
right. That's
I
true.
was, especially with my wife, I was always talking to respond. I was never having a conversation to listen to her part. I was always
Hmm.
waiting for that break so I could say my piece. I
Right.
was always talking to blah 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 blah. I was never and now I'm going to say my part. Somebody got some feedback, so I need somebody. Somebody's got some
And I
feedback.
got some.
Anybody else see that? I was always talking to blah blah blah. Anybody else see
Oh,
that
All
said
feedback?
right.
you can't. Should
Yeah,
have
that was
known.
me. I'm because somebody wanted to watch the
No.
show, so I was like, I was trying to get them
But,
to you.
but yeah, we should talk to listen to our partner. You
Yeah,
know,
that's right. Tink, you're right. I agree with Tink on that one too, as well as you guys. So yeah.
and also when you're talking, I had to learn that texting is not a viable way to
Worst.
get
It's the
important.
worst piece because you can't because you
You
assume the tone.
exactly. You cannot
You're
interpret
texting.
someone's tone. There's been a
Yeah.
plenty of times, whether it's been in my romantic relationships or it's been in relationships, I mean friendships, where
Mhm.
you're having a conversation and the tone can be perceived as, oh, they yelling or they jumping. And I'm a very strike back type of person, and that's a fault of mine.
Mhm.
And
Mm.
I'll have a conversation with my wife or as a friend, like, bro, I ain't even it won't even that deep. I didn't even mean it like that. Or
Right.
and it's war over nothing.
Mhm.
So we need to listen. We need to
Yeah.
choose when we have the conversations, and please don't have important conversations over text. Please don't.
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
and here's the thing: don't lie.
Mm,
People got and I'm just gonna be real. People got a way of omitting the truth during conversations
mhm.
because they particularly believe that that's what that person wants to hear.
Mhm.
You're not in a relationship, nor do you have friends if they're gonna always just tell you what you want to hear.
Exactly.
let me ask
Yeah.
you this,
No, I
Dave.
need it.
I got a question. Do we always tell the truth? What about if you have your wife, girlfriend, and they come in? Did this dress make me look a little bit fat? I mean,
Okay, April up here, ask her.
look. I mean, come on. As a man, should you be like, baby, you look amazing. You look awesome.
No, if she, you look good, babe.
This
You
trying to
gotta
set
look.
me up for failure. Hell
Well,
no.
look, this is the thing. April always looks amazing, but it's a conversation that we had before. She knows what I like and what I don't,
Mhm.
and that goes towards the listening thing too. Like,
Dress for years.
it's certain things that she likes seeing me in. Like I dye my hair because I like it to all look the same, but April likes me to leave like the gray up here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I do. It's little things that she might not even remember that I remember her saying,
Oh,
but listening is key too.
And I like
so
the way you say
cute.
yourself. You said she always looks amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the way you brought that back.
No, but she does. Like, if she didn't, we got a problem. If she don't look amazing to me, we got a problem.
Right.
All right.
I'm sorry. I had to laugh with that because sometimes I used to like get dresses or whatever to try to figure out what to wear for a date night. Joshua, you half naked. That's not a receipt in my head. And it could just be something as simple that come across here. Why you dress half naked? That ain't half naked.
Ain't having it.
I ain't no.
All right.
Because if I got to knock somebody in the teeth because of something that they didn't say it, no.
All right.
Gotcha.
Oh, Lord.
Let's go into something a little bit more hands-on. Let's talk about household chores, errands, and housework. They can be a source of conflict if not plainly discussed. Typically, misunderstandings arise when couples disagree on what clean means. One may have a relaxed rule on what is acceptably clean, while another may have be overly zealous about the upkeep of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Chores. I think that's a big one. While people at home might be like, come on, KJ, you talking about chores? Yes, because at the end of the day, when you bring two people together in a relationship, or especially when you start staying together and you have two different ideals of what cleaning a house should be, that could be
Yeah,
detrimental in
that's true. Because there's a difference between straightening up and cleaning up. You know, some people straighten up. I'm not going ahead and clean up. And to me, it's straighten up because you just, fix this little pillow or whatever and cleaning, getting in the nooks and crevices. Now, my homegirl who's watching, that mug is a clean freak. She's like, oh,
really.
I'm getting drawers off the floor, even though I'm just kidding with the drawers thing. But I don't feel like it's a particular chore that any man or woman should do. I think we should all, partner together and keep this thing clean. Just keep your hairs off the sink. That's the main thing for me.
Don't do that because women, y'all be leaving hair all in the
I
daggone.
can't stand it.
Yes.
Do that.
I'm talking about
Preach that, brother. Preach that, brother.
Do it.
Yes.
Be leaving that shit everywhere too. So
whatever, whatever.
what Facebook used to say.
If you can communicate with coworkers because of a paycheck, why is it not a priority to communicate with someone you're laying beside every night? Adjusting is important.
Okay. All right. Good perspective. If you can cook, if you cook, you clean. Okay, but Facebook
No,
uses
that's not what they said.
They say if I cook,
I
you
cook,
clean.
you clean. LOL.
if I
So
cook,
different if they clean.
like I said, like I put a lot of my
Sorry about that. You cook, you clean.
I put a, that's some,
Oh Lord. Let's have a moment of silence for Mrs. Austin.
no. I just I had to learn, like I said, I put a lot of strain, on my wife or whatever. She would cook and stuff like that. Then I'm like, oh, that was good, baby. Then I'm, going off to play the game or do whatever. And that's putting a lot of strain on one person. So I definitely agree with that. You got to share the load.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I had, before coming into marriage, I had a perception like, okay, well, I'm gonna cut the grass and take the trash out, and she do the cooking and all that stuff like that. That's not necessarily how things go. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily as long as it's 50-50 and as long as you guys are coming together to make your household rock, then get in there and help with those dishes. Get in there and scrub the floor.
Vacuum that carpet or something.
Yeah, just like it's spring break. I'm about to get into some spring cleaning tomorrow. I can't wait. Hey, what?
Whatever. You ain't doing no cleaning tomorrow. It's gonna be your first day off.
I already told my wife, hey, I'm cleaning. I'm cleaning.
I heard that. That's what's up. And that's good stuff. That's good stuff.
So how you feel about it, Kane?
What?
We got Mighty Clyde. April. What he do? He don't be cleaning, wash them dishes.
I'm selective about what I'm gonna do.
You selective. What if she said she's selective about what she gonna do? And it
Hey.
never gets done.
I tell you what, the only thing that I ain't selective about is paying bills.
Okay, understood. We talking about chores.
Yeah, and I'm talking about chores too. Well, look, I got a philosophy. If it needs to get done, just do it.
Right.
And
Ain't no need in waiting around for her to get home for me to either, get myself something to eat or cook both of us something to eat. I
Mhm.
wash clothes better than she do. She cooks better than I do. It is what it is.
Gotcha.
Right.
But it doesn't mean that, because I think she washed my clothes either the night or last night. It doesn't even matter really.
Gotcha. Understood.
I agree.
That's good stuff.
If it needs to be done, just get to it.
Just get to it.
Um, I think we skipped over this one last week. Past relationships. Past relationships. They can
Oh,
also.
we ain't skip over
Oh, we did.
it. No, we did. We said some things about
Okay. They can also give birth to insecurity or resentment. We're talking about past relationships. Focus more
Yeah,
on
we did. We hit that
general things
last week.
and on the details is best. A way to handle this topic. Remember that the main goal of discussing past relationships is to strengthen and nurture the current one. Do you even want to? Do you even want to go back and talk about past relationships?
No, because that
Why
right
not?
there. Because for one, I mean, we already talked about it. But secondly, I think we all had a consensus that past relationships doesn't strengthen nor weaken. It's all about perception. It may be helpful for me in my relationship or not. So I
I
don't
got a
care.
philosophy.
As
The
long as
amount of
the mugs
growth
ain't
that
crazy.
it
Huh?
depends on what your amount of growth is.
Right. I
Like
guess.
to be honest with you, one of the things that I did when I was dating, and a lot of girls didn't know that they got, kind of. I don't ghost people, but I will, not deal with you on a certain level no more.
Right. Understand.
And one of the reasons that I didn't deal with a lot of girls is because one of the things I asked them, okay, well, what did you learn from your last relationship?
Hmm. Now, if
And if your only answer is, well, I shouldn't trust him, I was too trusting. No, what did you actually learn about yourself from your last relationship? And
you
if you can't
know,
give me nothing as far as yourself, then
you just
that
so
means
Exactly.
that
let's
you
check
don't
this
accept,
out
like,
right here.
you're not
So what if
accountable for
you
nothing.
have? So what if you have somebody? So what if you were in a position to ask the next person that you're dating? I know you guys are married. Just for an example, and you get to talk to their ex, like so why didn't it work out? Tell me some pros and cons about your past relationship. You feel like that's beneficial? You think that's going to be helpful?
Yeah, yes and no. Yes and no. One of the things that like a lot of people miss in dating is asking pointed questions.
Mm-hmm.
Like I want an actual answer from you. So one thing that I might ask is, okay, well, what were your day to day habits with that individual? Were you texting in the morning, or did you call each other during the day, or how long did it go between? Did was most of your matter of fact? Here's a big one. Was most of your time communicating through a text message?
Right.
And if you didn't learn anything from that, then no, you're probably irresponsible and don't like accountability.
Okay. Stephanie says, if learning about the past is beneficial, it's important. If you are just being nosy, then no, it's not necessary. You dig for dirt, you get dirty.
And once again,
No, you don't. If you got on boots and gloves,
Them
I
boots
think
and gloves is dirty.
the boots and gloves get dirty. You
They
don't.
part of you. It's a part. It's an
she's,
extension of you.
once again she's on point because at the end of the day, it's about how you go back into that past and how you dig into the past. Me, like I said, my fault. I'm very competitive. Me, I will take that and I will turn it into something negative. Um,
Well, I don't know. That's a personal thing.
oh, so that was how it was back in the day, but it's not like that now. And I think that that's something you can start
Hmm.
comparing past relationships. I think that's when it
Boy,
can. When you talk about it, how Kane talked about it, you're trying to learn about that person, you're trying to see what you
Hmm.
about yourself. It can be positive and it can be forthcoming. When you take it as somebody like I used to do, well, what did y'all used to do? And you're comparing your relationship to that other relationship in terms of, okay, what did you do for him that you didn't do for me?
See, yeah, ain't nobody got time for all that.
See, look, you
It's not beneficial for you.
yeah. Look, it's a difference between
Man,
like,
sit your ass
cause
down.
look, some
April, it
folks,
ain't beneficial for KJ. KJ gonna be in there last second.
he just go.
He gonna be sick.
man, look, hey, I told y'all I'm not perfect, but I mean,
I know
that's
none of us are. We're just teasing, but you know your strengths and your weaknesses. You know
right.
what it is.
Right. That's I mean, and that's why I bring my faults up to here. So hopefully we can help somebody out and we can
Right.
help people out. So they're mighty quiet in the comments today.
They are real quiet tonight.
Hey guys, tune in. Make sure you comment. And if you're not seeing us answer to your comments, that's probably because we're not seeing them. If you are
Mhm.
not on KJ's World Unique Universe and the social group page, please join us there or join us from YouTube. Hey, make sure that you're a part of the conversation. That's where we get a lot of our feedback from, guys. Come in and join in on the show with us. All right.
Mhm.
We talked about past relationships. We talked about communication styles. We talked about household chores. A very important one, family.
Mhm.
Anyone who's ever watched a sitcom on TV knows that couples may struggle with relatives, in laws, extended family issues. Couples deal with in laws with respect by understanding that different people have different ways. The key to managing in laws is setting healthy boundaries.
Mhm.
Boundaries to your spouse, taking primitive, preemptive steps even before things get out of hand. Is family a conversation that needs to be had? Is that something that can be detrimental to?
Yeah. I think family is definitely important. I think family too, especially when you have your parents still living. Long-term goals for that in the event that a parent becomes ill. Do you plan on having them to move in with us? Vice versa. I think those types of conversations are needed so you'll know, like, well, I don't want your mama to live with me. I don't want your daddy to live with me, type thing, or a sister nor brother. And some people can't handle other family members staying in the household. You know what I'm saying? So I think that is a topic that should be discussed.
Mm.
Even coming to kids. Do you want kids? Do you not want kids? I think those types of topics are really, really, really important.
I'm gonna speak on it. I'm a mama's boy, and a lot of times I went and I asked my mom for advice and things like that, and I would ask her for what do you think about this? And my mom talks to me. My mom tell me she called me Junior. Junior, now that just don't make no damn sense. And she would always talk to me, but
Mhm.
I think in the Bible I don't want to quote. I mean, I don't want to misquote it, but what you leave your mom or you leave your parents to cling to your wife or something like that. And
Yeah. Mhm.
you can't. I mean, when you're in a relationship or when you're in a marriage, family, it's okay to hear opinions, but that's just what it is, an opinion. The sanctity of your marriage is just that. It's not letting other people's thoughts come into your marriage. I think that's where you can become detrimental. It can destroy your relationship. Even
Mhm.
I'm sorry, everybody, if you're a fellow mama's boy, I think even mom's opinion is just an opinion. Husband, wife, relationship has got to be intertwined together.
Right.
My thoughts. Miss Smith, you've been mighty quiet. What do you think?
I'm glad I got family and in-laws that mind their own business.
Mm,
I know that's right. That's important.
mm,
That is
They
important.
they mind their own business.
Love my
Now
parents.
sometimes I know with my parents they can, voice their opinion or their concern, if they feel like it's something that's wrong or something that's going on or whatever. Or, if they kind of see that I'm a little down about something, but most of all, they do have a really good amount of respect for Joshua because Joshua do a lot for him. I will
That's
put that out there. Um, Handyman,
Because they're my
mechanic.
parents
So it's a
too.
lot of stuff that they, kind of save money on. So
right. Mhm.
they are very thankful for Joshua. As far as for my conversation dealing with family, you want to look at, long term. Well, really, you want to look at their foundation. Like, what are their family values? Are they the type of person that believe in taking care of their
Mhm.
elders or taking care of their parents when they get older? Are they the type of person that believes, children are important, want to have children, want to get
Right.
married themselves?
Mhm.
Or are they the type of person that they just want to have like that long term relationship, no kids, they're kind of isolated from their families, or
Mhm.
it's a lot of family issues? Because I'm gonna tell you, if they have a lot of unresolved family issues, like from parents and siblings,
Mhm.
certain people can really let that impact your relationship. And that's a scary thing.
Right.
Um, because I know a person that, you know, they, you know, up in their 50s and 60s and got, had issues with their parents and still haven't forgiven them. So it's like those type of issues can definitely impact,
Mhm. And definitely
your
can. Yeah.
relationship, and it's
Yeah.
sad that there are
Mhm.
people out there that'll like that.
And
But
then
you
some
want
of them not
somebody
wanting to
that,
address
even
those
though there's issues,
issues. Mhm.
hmm
Yeah.
right. So it's definitely important that you have somebody that even though they might have their ups and downs with their family, because who's not going to have problems
Yeah.
here and there or bumps in the road with their family, but you want to know that there's pretty much peace in the family.
Right.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
you definitely don't want that trickling down and that be like what they call like generational curse. That can be
Yeah.
a generational
You
curse too,
definitely
family
can. Right.
issues.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You don't want that.
I
Yeah.
also feel that you should know the type of, the family that you're getting into because, like I said, me and my wife, our families are similar, a little different, but
Mhm.
they have a tight. My wife's family has a tight family structure. They're knit tight. And
Mm-hmm.
my family had the same thing. The only difference is when I was younger, we used to go to you know how it is when you raised in the country, all the
Yeah.
cousins over to one house, everybody, the old
Mm-hmm.
people in there, they in there dancing and they drinking on a little something. Yeah,
Yeah. Got it. Yeah.
that's what I'm used to. So me,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes my vulgar language, around here, sometimes my wife's like, look, you don't have to tone that down a little bit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
If I speaking, but
Oh, Captain Morgan.
hey, exactly. So but I'm also could you guess I'm an introvert? Could you guess that I
I
really
I could.
I don't talk to a lot of people.
I can see that.
My wife tries to get me out of that. I'm very if I don't know you, I don't talk a lot. It takes a lot for me to trust you. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and my wife's family is very, hey, we're gonna talk to you. We're gonna try to get to know you and stuff like that. It's a work in progress, but
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate that about her family, and I appreciate that about my wife. So,
Nice. Nice. All right.
Kane, did you have anything to speak on it?
Well, look,
Well.
uh, well, look. Everybody comes from different backgrounds too.
Mm,
You have to make sure
Is he
that
on? Can y'all see him?
yeah. Mm-hmm. You can't see him.
Okay. Mm-mm.
you
Can
can't
you
see
hear
me.
him?
Mm-mm.
Do the Angel Reese.
All right, go ahead.
Uh, but look, everybody comes from different backgrounds. Some people weren't brought up. It doesn't necessarily make them bad people. It might be a teaching moment for them. Some people weren't brought up in. Both me and April were brought up in two-parent households, but everybody wasn't like that.
Mm,
So it's not necessarily that they're bad, for you. However, you want to make sure that their personality and their lifestyle is conducive to yours. Y'all
Mm,
can work on the other issues. Nobody ever gets into a relationship or has a perfect relationship with their own family.
right.
But and some people honestly need some counseling.
Mm-hmm.
uh, Make sure that they're taking the steps, the commensurate steps to better themselves and get out of their past.
Right.
But that's
Indeed.
all I got on.
okay.
Okay.
Now we're reaching the home stretch, guys. We got about maybe two more.
Indeed.
Religion. Religion. Talking about
Oh boy.
religion. Can two people come together of different religions or different faiths, different beliefs, and have a relationship that works? I see on TV you might have somebody of a Jewish background and somebody African standard, and they come together and they may make it work. But is it realistic to have different views on religion, and how do we communicate
Hmm.
about it?
Well, I don't know because I've never dated anyone different um, when it comes to religion. So I'm not sure if it's effective or it can work or not. But I've seen successful relationships and marriages of people who have different religions. So I can't say. Would I date someone of a different religion, like he was, a Muslim or anything like that? Possibly, as long as,
That's tough because somebody going to hell according to the other one.
yeah,
According to the
no,
other one,
it ain't gonna be.
huh? Because
It ain't
according
gonna be me.
that's a little, but you got two people believing two different things, and if you're not believing in what they believe in, could we say, hey? So I
It
don't
can
know.
work.
Is that
Okay, Facebook user said it can work,
how though? How?
and another said it grows you more if anything. Okay. Oh, you should give them the phone number if they want to call in and give us, a couple minutes if they
Yeah,
can.
make sure you call in, man. That's a good topic to call
Yeah,
in.
it is. Call us.
387-8684. Once again, that's 252-387-8684. Make sure you call in to come in on the topic. Now, when I say you're going to hell, I'm definitely making a joke, but I'm just saying, like, if you have somebody that believes one thing
Mhm.
Person doesn't believe what you're believing in. You're believing that there's a certain way to get to heaven or get to the nirvana of the afterlife. And this person
Right.
is believing in something totally different. Then how are you with that person knowing that they're not doing the qualifications or the standards to meet your qualifications for the afterlife? I mean, how does that work? I'm definitely
Yeah, you just don't know because to them that could be what their religion is, could be the standard, and we are not. You know, so you just never know. I
so
don't even fool
Kane,
around with religion.
I'm interested in your take on that, Kane. I'm interested.
Let's see. Let's see. The I'm Christian, obviously. But Jesus summed it up really easily. And then Paul did some things after him. But Jesus said, "Treat your neighbor as thyself."
Mhm.
Uh, Basically, treat folk how you want to be treated, whether y'all believe the same or not.
Mhm.
Um, Paul said something very interesting after that. He said, "Will it be you that save your spouse?" Told women, if the un or told women and men, if the unbelieving depart, let them depart. So
Mhm.
here's the thing: if you believe that your way is correct, whether you be Jew, whether you be Christian, whether you be Muslim, if you believe that your way is correct, then live in a light that the other one would convert, or open yourself to the possibility that you could be wrong.
Mhm. Okay.
And it's just is what it is. Now, if you believe in God, like you say you
I
do,
can't hear a word he's
then
saying. I can't even see him on the camera.
Oh,
po thing,
he said
po
poke
fluffy.
thing. Poke
I'm sorry
pussy.
about that, but getting back to the thing,
All right, that's probably on my end.
definitely,
Oh, okay.
so
But here's the thing though. Like, and I'm not gonna preach to the choir. I'm trying not to get there tonight. But what I'm saying is, if you believe in God like you say you do, whatever religion that you are, then your light, the way that you carry yourself, the way that you interact with that individual, the way
Mhm.
that you go about your daily business, the way that you do business, that's going to show up in your relationship. And so there's no need at that point to be argumentative or to be at one another about religion. It makes no sense to be, if you're serving the God that's the God of all. It makes no sense to be in your feelings about religion.
Mhm.
I and
Yeah.
I agree, and I agree, and I think that works. But what about when children come into play? Now that's when I think things get tricky because you got two people of two different beliefs.
Mhm.
What are you going to teach your child? What is the child, unless you're letting the child choose for themselves, or you're raising the
Right.
child to
Right.
you're not because if you're a Christian or you a Baptist or something like that, you know, which Baptist I know that falls under Christianity, you're going to want to take that child to church. Am I right?
Mhm. They want to Easter
Must
Sunday.
want to take that child to the mosque. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, here's the thing. If you're not
So
Christian,
you
what's
just
what's
trying
the
to see.
harm
Is
in it?
he talking? Because I don't know if he's talking or not. Is he?
Yeah, he is.
I go ahead.
Oh, po fluffy me. But here's the thing. If if yeah, that's my fluffy meat now.
Fluffy
But
meat.
look, yeah, but look, what's the problem with taking the child to church if even if you're not Christian? You know, what
Mhm.
I mean, what is it going? What harm is it going to do to the child?
Right.
Even if you don't believe that this church is not preaching or teaching the right thing, just look at Christians. And I am the biggest cheerleader for God. But here's the thing:
Mhm.
you got so many denominations inside the Christian faith. The
Right.
word denomination means away from the original name.
Mhm.
So you got so many different belief systems within Christianity.
Right.
So if it's that many, then why can't you just get along with anybody?
Right.
Especially since it's Christianity. I can understand a Jew might having, somebody that's Hebrew not
Mhm.
having, like a complete understanding, or they might have a drawback about going to a Christian church because a lot of them don't believe a large part of the New Testament. However,
Mhm.
what's the problem with them going to basically a prayer, praise, and worship service? It's the same thing.
Okay.
I mean, look, I can preach this
I
stuff all
see.
day, but look, here's the thing. I'm trying to stay short. Look,
Well,
half of
you
the
have
New
a Facebook
Testament was
user
wrote.
that says "Come on with it." So
Okay, well, good.
Well, not
Look, let's do
necessarily
it then. Half
figuratively
the New
speaking,
T-
but not
half the New
literally.
Testament, half the New Testament was written by Jews.
Hmm.
So you know, just use basically some common sense
Right.
because ain't nobody gonna get it 100% perfect. We all trying to get to heaven from living
Hmm.
through hell.
That's true.
So
Amen to that, brother.
so what we do is, regardless if they be atheists, Jesus said love everybody.
Yeah.
It didn't make any separations for atheists, agnostics, Jews, um Hebrew. It didn't make any exception. Didn't make no exception for homosexual. Then the murderer, the thief. It didn't make any exception. It said love everybody.
Love everybody.
So if
That's true,
And I
though.
I
agree.
mean,
You
cause
have
look,
to.
Mean that you
Yeah.
can be in a relationship with that person, loving somebody. You can love people from a distance now, but does that mean that
look,
you share your home with somebody of a different faith, a different belief
And I,
system?
why can't you?
yeah, I'm sure.
Why can't
Okay.
you? Do you agree with? Watch this. What do you agree with everything? You're a married man, and April tell you that. April tell you no quick. Do you agree with everything that your wife says?
My wife,
No.
Everything.
my wife is more of the teacher. I have questions. Yes, I have definitely a lot of questions, but my wife is definitely more delved into the. She knows more than I do, so I look
Hmm.
to her for a lot of answers. So
Okay.
do
Okay, but that's what
no,
I'm saying. You don't
But
agree
fellas,
just all. You don't blatantly just agree with her. You
okay.
got questions about it.
yeah, I have questions. I don't
Communication.
want to say I
You
disagree.
see what I'm saying?
No,
Hmm.
Not that you disagree,
I
but
agree.
that you got questions, and
Right.
that's what Christianity is, and Orthodox Hebrews. That's what it is.
Okay.
Just like Orthodox Islam. That's what that is. Asking
He
questions,
preaching, ain't he?
trying to get to God.
You know he is. I'm about to
I'm
call.
trying not
Get
to.
the altar call. So we do have one
I'm
more
trying
topic.
not to. I'm trying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But that's what April know. That's what I'm passionate about.
Right.
We all trying to get to God.
We are.
So I can live with
Amen.
this individual. Matter of fact, I was in the military. I
Kane.
slept right next
Kane.
to,
Kane. We
huh?
got we got one more topic. We know we can go on and on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We
I'm
got one
sorry. I'm
more. We
sorry.
got one more.
I'm sorry.
All right.
I'm
Past
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. I know I saw it coming. You was going with it too.
I was getting to come with it. They told me to
Mhm.
come with it.
past criminal history is that, I mean, can we be in a relationship with somebody who has a past criminal history and things like that? If you delve into the
Who
back,
ain't got one?
what you say?
No, we're
Who
saying
ain't got one?
no, we're saying, is it okay? Can you date someone who does have a criminal history? Is it important to talk about your criminal history, when you start a new relationship? Yes.
Yeah, yeah, especially if you think it might bring the house trouble.
Hold
Right.
on, King. I haven't heard from Miss Smith. Miss Smith has just been shaking her head and stuff like that. So, Miss Smith, what do you think? Do you think that's important? Like past criminal? Can you be with somebody with a past criminal history?
I can't hear nothing he says, but I can imagine just the
You
I
see somebody
can't see
said
him,
past
I
that
can't
point.
hear him, but I know we've been talking, so that's why I just been sitting here quiet. Yes, it is definitely important. Because when me and Joshua got together and the more I opened up, I had actually told him that I got a misdemeanor. Crazy, right? Dealing with
Hmm.
the, abusive relationship or
Right.
whatever. And I'm not the type of person to fight. I'm not the type of person to start or instigate things. She
Hmm.
was. And unfortunately, when we went to court, I ended up catching the charge, however.
Hmm.
Um, and, you know, those type of things, and thank God it was just a misdemeanor and it wasn't like a felony, because a lot of people have felonies and it can impact like their future endeavors and future goals.
Right.
But I do know some men that have had felonies and they had served time in jail, but they were able to like fight, get their rights back and things like that, and
Hmm.
actually become successful. So I
Lord, I
mean,
done
I
married
do
a
believe
thug.
that honesty is very important with that,
Maybe because
especially if
I'm
you had to serve
thug
time in jail.
all day. He said he married a thug.
Man, can you cut off? You
He's
I
can.
know
a
she
thug.
can hear you. He said
Sit your ass down.
he said he married a thug.
No, but I think that is important, especially since we got a lot of these people coming out of prison and coming out of jail and done serve some time. Yeah,
Hmm.
we
Yeah, you think about the
need to
people, say
know
for instance,
that.
that were locked up when we were like teenagers and such, and they don't serve 15 and 20 years. Now they're out living their lives. I want to know, especially if you have anything pedophilic on your record. It's a H to the Ell.
Or
No.
if you're a dude that done had some meat in you in prison. Look, um, let's be real. Look, I'm just saying.
That is true.
Oh my God! What in the world? I mean,
That's what you were
I wish
saying,
you could hear
probably in
your husband
prison.
right
Look,
now. I wish you could hear your husband.
oh my gosh, man! Look,
But that's so
I know
true.
he said that he worked in like the prisons and stuff. And some of the stuff that he's seen, yeah, we're gonna need to know if you served time and what have you
Yeah,
done during that time that you served.
right,
exactly. It depends on what you did. It depends on
right.
what you did. Like I said,
Drug charges? Yeah, yeah.
you said
That's,
drug
that's
charge.
who?
You
I never, ever, ever
Man, sit your ass down.
did drugs before in my life. I am not a drug
no.
dealer.
I didn't say you did. Hold on, everybody at home. I did not my co-host drug charges. I said you would
oh, is she admitting
forgive
something?
somebody who had charges.
No. Huh?
Oh,
I
okay.
asked, did you say you would forgive somebody with drug charges?
Yeah, especially it was like back in 1985 when they done sold some drugs. They probably got a misdemeanor or, as long as they got no. Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right.
Potentially. In my younger
So,
days, now
so here's the thing.
I
There
have a
is
misdemeanor
first, first there is a
or
difference
maybe.
between jail and prison.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we do have an unfortunate reality in this country that we are policed a little bit more than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
One of the most dirtiest statistics about prison is it's a good possibility that 35% of the people in there didn't do it.
Didn't deal with that. Yeah, absolutely.
They
Yeah.
never did what
Yeah,
they were accused of. Matter
yeah,
of
it's a
fact,
lot of
there
people
was
getting out of now that's been in prison for 50 and 60 years and didn't do
no. I'm talking about it. Matter of fact, it was one recent, probably less than 10 years ago, where he was locked up for rape. The girl came and admitted later on that he didn't even do it.
That's so terrible.
And look, that's a reality that we got to, warn our young black men about.
Absolutely. Yeah. I definitely preach
Don't
this to my boys.
don't hop on no strange booty. Marry the girl that you're
You can't
gonna have
even hop
sex
on no
with.
familiar booty because sometimes the ones that you're close to, they could say, "Oh yeah, he raped me," or something happened, inappropriately being touched.
Again, strange
So
booty. If you
that
don't
ain't
know what you're
strange.
going at before you stick it in there, leave it alone. If you ain't married to what, and look, I'm trying to stay away from the preacher part of me, but look, stay away from girl that you ain't married to.
Jesus Cristo.
You ain't if you ain't married to the girl, leave alone.
Leave her alone. If you ain't married to the man, leave him alone.
Because look, here's another thing that I'm tired of.
If he asks for some skins, you do this right here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, guys, but hold on. We've come to the
We
end of
are.
the show again, guys. Listen, another great show. I hope that everybody at home, I hope that you listened or learned something or you took something of value from tonight's show. I want to thank Kane. I want to thank Miss Smith, and I definitely want to thank my co-host, Uniquely Made. I mean, thank you guys so much for
Yeah.
coming on the show. You definitely
And
rock.
thank you.
Oh, my girl look kind of good up here, boy. I'm trying
Bro,
to tell
that you
you.
with us, and we definitely appreciate you. Make sure that you write KJ's World Unique Universe at gmail.com for any
Oh,
feedback.
buddy.
Tell a friend to tell a friend, and make sure that you tune in on Thursdays at 9 p.m. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Appreciate you. Thanks for tuning into the show. Once again, thanks, Uncle Kane and Mrs. Smith.
See
And
y'all
we'll
later.
Thursday with another episode of KJ's World Unique Universe. Appreciate you. Peace.
Peace.